The theories I am going to tell you now are more than one, so I will go in order so that you do not get confused. However, when I saw similar theories under my comments and around the world, I can say that different events came to my mind. There are some things I want to say before starting the video. First of all, if you haven't watched the original story of Digital Circus, you should watch it on my channel. Secondly, I was lynched for saying Jax, my least favorite character. Thirdly, this video has attracted a lot of attention by everyone. I would like to move on to the video without further ado by saying health to everyone's hands and labor. Before starting the video, you can like the video in return for this labor. You can express your opinions in the comments and subscribe if you are not subscribed to my channel. Thank you to the friends who join, and don't forget to come to my Discord server for theories. Welcome to my channel and video. Friends, in order to understand what comes next, you need to think calmly. The first theory is the Great Extinction theory. The main supporter of this theory is based on people using VR technology to transition from the planet that has begun to disappear to the digital world. Other theories are similar to this, but VR technology is the main factor in each theory. As it is known, Kane is a kind of controller artificial intelligence. Actually, he is not exactly a human. It is a program developed to keep the people who come there from going crazy, to keep them under control and to maintain order in general. He is constantly talking about his unfinished work, as if he is building the place himself. This attitude, in my estimation, is due to the fact that it is like God mode, the interface of the main programmer. Kane is actually the avatar of the programmer who designed this world in the digital world. But when he is not there, artificial intelligence takes over and acts as if he is the programmer. But in the absence of the programmer, he can't finish his unfinished work all the time, and he doesn't know what's in the void, because he can't fully think for himself. It, the Kane, only carries out the commands it has been given. Keep people safe, don't let them enter the void, keep them busy all the time is one of them. Before we start with one of these theories, Jax is aware of everything and is the main programmer. Let's get to the theories before heads explode. Another unexplained thing is that when Pomni logs out and finds the computer off, all the other computers are on. Why would this one be off? And what are the other computers? My theory is that each computer represents everyone in the digital world. Maybe they all worked in the same office building, or at least they all entered the digital world from the same room. If that's the case, maybe they came in willingly. Now, why would the computer that Pomni was connected to be off when it was on? I think it's because Pomni is in the exit maze. Everyone else is still in the circus. Another theory I have is about the escape. There are two ways I think this could go. The most obvious one is that the void takes you out of the digital world and back to real life. First of all, Kane doesn't know what's out there. It could be that he doesn't know because he's an AI and he can't leave. So he was probably programmed to never go there and to keep people from going there. It's funny that he can probably see everything, but he just pays attention and is informed when they leave the void. Its job is to keep everyone there, so it makes sense that its top priority is to make sure they don't leave. My other theory is one that most people probably don't think about. I think that maybe the way to escape is through abstraction. Think about what abstractions look like and what they do. When Kaufmo hits Ragatha, he he starts making mistakes. The way abstractions look like a big mistake or glitch. The eyes on them could be code, trying to collect things he is familiar with. The eyes are all over the circus, so it's something the program knows. The abstractions also move and act, but it's probably the code trying to figure out what to do. Now think about why the program was disrupted. Kaufmo was obviously mad, so he could have been aggressive. But there seems to be no consciousness of anyone there. There is no soul attached to it. Why wouldn't there be a soul attached to what used to be Kaufmo? Because that's how you escape. What the code needs is an avatar and human consciousness to get you into the digital world. If the human consciousness goes, the code doesn't know what to do, so it will probably glitch and cause abstractions. It would make sense for the abstraction not to behave like Kaufmo. It ran away because it wasn't Kaufmo. Maybe it's the people who run the program, who put the headset aside, and probably the owners of this company. If there is one thing to take from the amazing digital circus, it is that this place is not designed for long-term habitation. The low-resolution graphics suggest that this is probably a remake of an older game, or perhaps an older game made for the virtual reality era. We can think of it as a game that needs to be experienced for a maximum of a few hours a day before being inhabited. However, the presence of sleeping quarters and Kane's enhanced intelligence imply that this game has undergone some changes to accommodate people staying indefinitely. Unfortunately, these changes were less than one might think and probably met some minimal standards. As such, why would anyone choose to come here? The idea mentioned earlier is that the world is in a sad state and people are fleeing to cyberspace because there are so few possibilities in reality that people upload their minds permanently into computers. It seems to be the existential fear that I think fits my theory exactly. The characters we met and those whose faces were drawn in the living spaces came here by their own choice because it seemed like a better option than where they came from. But these particular people were in such dire straits that the circus seemed preferable. Almost anything can look better than the slow death of the body in a hospital bed with an incurable condition. In short, the circus may seem like hell to the people inside, but it was not deliberately built to be cruel. More likely, it was a result of limited resources and general apathy. Now, I will admit that there are a few elements within the episode that don't quite fit with my theory. For example, after Kane aggressively insists that Pomni seeing the exit is just a result of digital hallucinations, he pauses, stares into space, and wiggles his fingers nervously. It's impossible to see such a reaction without assuming he's hiding something, and possibly something more serious than an unfinished adventure. Another fan observation is how Jax looks directly at the audience and gets along a little too well with Kane. In other words, it helps that everyone is so preoccupied with the adventures that they can't find the actual exit or something equally important. But this is just one of several fan theories that I hope the few remaining listeners will appreciate. If you've watched this far, you've enjoyed the video, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and leave your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.